can I get pregnant while on period?
Okay. Fortunately, for most people, it's very unusual for a woman to fall pregnant when they are on their period. So for majority of cases, I'll say no. However, nature is one of those things that it just does things that are not expected. We have people who have been known to be pregnant and could only have conceived during their periods. And another interesting one is we have people who are actually pregnant and maybe for the first few months, they're actually still receiving their period.
Hello and welcome to the Purity Afya Show. Thank you so much for joining us. And honestly, I'll say due to public demand, Dr. Maureen is back and we can't talk about any other thing before we answer so many questions that you've been asking. I tried to sample them and realized that most of you ladies have two important questions. One, can I really get pregnant while on period? The second one is, why is my period late? Okay, so we are going to answer those two questions and we'll do so in two parts, but I'm sitting with her here. So when you see me on the next episode with this same outfit, please don't judge me. Getting her is not easy. My name is Fertility Nzuki. Let's get started. Dr. Thank you so much for coming. We really appreciate Dr.
So it's always a pleasure being with you, Purity.
I know.
So, and I mean, you're my girl.
Yes, I'm going to have so much fun. So let's begin with the first question. Can I get pregnant while on period?
Okay. Fortunately, for most people, it's very unusual for a woman to fall pregnant when they are on their period. So for majority of cases, I'll say no. However, nature is one of those things that it just does things that are not expected. We have people who have been known to be pregnant and could only have conceived during their periods. And another interesting one is we have people who are actually pregnant and maybe for the first few months, they're actually still receiving their periods. They don't even know they're pregnant. Yes, they're actually pregnant. So
and that's not even miscarriage?
No, not miscarriage, nothing. They're just having their regular periods, but the baby's growing nicely.
Yes.
So nature is one of those things. Some things that are completely defy logic can happen. So if the question is can, my answer will be yes. But the beauty is for majority of people, it is unusual to fall pregnant during your periods.
Yeah, and for the yes people, does it have to do with the cycle? Because I know they are shorter, long cycle. How can that be possible?
Okay, think those people who have short cycles would be more prone to something like this. And there are also those people, like anecdotally, this will be a joke, is that before, I think in European countries, there used to be sailors. So sailors, they go away for a long time. Then when the husband comes back, he's there for a short time. And by the time he leaves, the wife is pregnant. So what happened? Your guess is as good as mine. I'll just be naughty there.
Yeah.
But seeing how older cultures really frowned upon extramarital issues. So if the wife was faithful and she was on her period, well, the husband was around, it goes without saying that she must have conceived during the periods.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, I like jokes and we're Guyanese watu wanatokana jokes mingi sana. Pia anaweza kuwa alipata mshikaji.
But without the mshikaji, no, Doc, this brings me now to the next question, because this is tied to can I get pregnant while on period? So is it now okay then to be intimate while you're on period?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know most people frown upon being intimate during the menstruation. Again, it's more vulnerable because you have a raw area in the lining to infection. But it's something you leave to the couple if they are comfortable, because most people be uncomfortable having sex during the menstruation. But if the couple are comfortable, really, like, let's just say it's a married couple who are mutually exclusive, where they're getting infections from and things like that. So it's something we leave entirely up to the couple. That's a personal bedroom agenda.
So now when you call it personal, it means that there are no possible infections that could come as a result of that or complications. It's just as normal as when you're not on menses, right?
Okay. If I say my preference, definitely no.
No.
I think I'm too old school. But as I've said, it's something, if you're in a mutually exclusive relationship, there would be no added cause for alarm.
But in case it's not mutually,
But you see, even when the moment there are other people in this story, so najua vile mambo inaendelea, with or without periods, you can still get an infection.
Okay. So I think it's well answered that yes, you can get pregnant while on period. Maybe.
And how are you pregnant on period if you're not having sex? Let me try to understand that story.
Of course, I was trying to ask it inside this other question. But does it have to do with the ovulation? Because I don't understand how you can get pregnant while on your period, and when you're on period, maybe you're on your safe days.
Okay. Yeah. So let me put it. Let's explain. Let's just say somebody has a 21-day cycle.
Yes.
And they happen to have a long period, like they bleed for 7 days. Okay. So it's understanding. What is standard is what we call the luteal phase of the cycle. Okay. So your menstrual cycle is divided into two parts. We have the follicular part, whereby the egg is growing and getting ready for ovulation. Okay. The egg is inside a follicle. So what we're able to see is the follicle growing. So that's why we call the first part of the cycle follicular part of the cycle. Then we have the luteal phase. So that's when after ovulation and the uterus has prepared itself for implantation. Now, what we believe, is that the luteal phase is what is constant. So whether you have a 21-day cycle, whether you have a 35-day cycle, your luteal phase is 14 days. Okay. So if you have a 21-day cycle and your luteal phase is 14 days, it means when you're ovulating on around day 7, day 8 of the cycle. Then remember, during intercourse, when sperm are released, on average, most sperm can stay alive in the reproductive tract for about 3 days. Okay. There are some super sperm that can stay even 5 days. You understand?
No, so asking, how do you achieve this super?
Hiyo ni Mungu amekupatia. Okay. But on average, a sperm, once ejaculated into the reproductive tract, will stay alive for an average about 3 days. Okay. So if you were intimate with your partner, even 3 days prior, you're on your period, and they're still there, and you ovulate. And they meet.
The math is mathing. So clearly this is for people with shorter cycles but long periods.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
It's really just understanding. Even there are people who have long cycles. We believe that ovulation always occurs 14 days, but nature is just one of those things. Like I said, those sailor people. What happens that the woman decides to ovulate earlier when the body just decides. Your body can just change things for things to occur. So it's very interesting. I don't have the answers to anything. I can't explain why certain phenomena occur, but it is conceivable that there can be a shift in when you're ovulating. And a good example is like, I don't know, for most women, you travel to a different place. You just go to Mombasa and come back and you find your period will be a bit earlier, it comes a bit earlier or a bit later. What does that mean?
That also ovulation
could have shifted the date of your ovulation. may have shifted.
Yeah.
So there are so many things. So the human body is not like static math that it works like an algorithm which does things at a specific time. The human body is something that's fluid and can change based on the circumstances. So it's
possible.
So those
the
things
advice
are possible.
is if you're active, then maybe you get yourself a birth control method if you don't want to get pregnant.
Definitely.
It can occur. Okay, thank you so much, Doc. People always ask, how can we reach her? So I just want you to say, to tell them yourself how they can get in touch with you, because they'll be killing me on the comment section. How do we get in touch with her? Give us her number. Yeah, just say it as you wrap up.
Okay, so I'm at Gynecare, and that is at 40 Suits in Upper Hill. I don't know if I give them my contact number.
Yeah.
So it is, our office number is 0768 450 622.
Okay, I'll also put it on the description of this video
so
that you can have a look at it. Thank you so much. So I'm still here with Dr. Maureen, but this episode ends now. So I want to talk to her again about this other question on why is my period late? And I know this is tied to irregular period, but probably for those who have a regular period and then all of a sudden you begin to experience late period, what could be the problem and how do you sort that out? Please don't forget to subscribe, because if you do so, you'll be notified when this episode drops next week. So see you next week. God bless.